I caught it. I caught it just in time. I was. My cat has decided yet again, once again, I'm about to go do drawing. I'm about to animate for the masses. And then he goes, "You want to know what? I've been screaming all day. Now I want. Now I want the lap. Now he wants the lap." That was we were listening to that good we were listening to that good Toe Jam and Earl, and I just was but patting him to the beat of it, and I kind of got in. I kind of got a little into it actually. I got really invested into the rhythm of the butt slaps, and he seemed very contented and didn't want me to stop apparently. And of course, because we're about to do a bunch of drawing, I had something in my lap, which as he's such a simple being. If there's nothing in my lap, he will scream and scream for attention. But as soon as there's something in my lap, like my joystick, which is the HOTAS that I use for Star Citizen, and nothing else, and the keyboard that I use as a keyboard, he sees that and he's like, "Well, we can't have that. We can't have that." So welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. Let me see. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? Ah, yes. We have look at screen, be disappointed, open package that I need to fix some of this. The proportions are all fucked up. Countdown, pull the plug, then clap clap. When did you get double timed? That was weird. That was weird. Hey, you, if you want to be in my lap, you can't fight me now. He wants to fight. Mm-mm. I'll kick you out of my lap, sir. Gotta, you gotta behave. If you're gonna be here, you gotta behave yourself. Oh, gee, I did not realize that was not 2 frames. Nope, that's not gonna work. Where's my delete key? There we go. Pretty much where we left off. I was drawing the hands to collide, and I think I'll have like a clap for them to collide, and then another one. At least that's the plan. So weird that that don't work. So weird that that doesn't work. Need to zoom in a little bit more, I think. This boy. This boy is here just to be an obstruction. He wants nothing more but to be in my way. Ah, ah. And today, hopefully, the goal is that I complete, you know, I complete the effect is what I'm going for today. So, thank you, sir. This makes life easier. He's like, I'm done being the problem. I'm glad he decided to stop being the problem. Go a little bit closer because I definitely want it to accelerate a little bit and have like an initial clap. Hmm. This is going to get nasty. On some hands, I'm like, man, last time I feel like I did really well, and on others, I'm like, boy, I might have to cheat a little bit, and by that I mean I might have to do something that I probably should have been doing the whole time. What we do is we make a new frame. I hope this works this way. And I do that. Okay, we do that, right? Try redrawing this. One layer. This is why I limit how many layers I have. So, what we're going to do, this guy, we're on a different layer right now. Draw it out. I think the thumb this way, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, do the thumb like that. Yeah. I have an idea. I have an idea. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Thumb needs to be a little bit bigger. There, like that. Okay, so we have that now, and I drew on the wrong layer. No, I was trying to cheat. I was trying to. Art is hard, guys. Art is hard. You don't understand. Art is difficult. It's suffering. No, you don't get it. Shit. Well, okay, you gotta have to do it this way then. Oh my god. Pay attention. My eyeballs, use all of my eyeballs. Disconnect all of these, right? There we go. I think that's everything. Nope. Missed a spot. We're gonna redraw that other hand. This is why Mr. Bob Ross is correct in that you draw backwards first, because it's harder to draw. It's harder to draw underneath something than it is to draw over it. And that's my bad. Truly, that was my mistake. We're gonna redraw this hand. It's fine. Okay. That's what I wanted. It happens to the best of us. If you listen, you haven't been doing art enough if you haven't experienced what just happened to a degree that you don't have that you don't have the response that I just had, which is, "Oh well, guess I got to do it again. Oh well, guess it didn't work." Okay. Now that we have this, what we do. Oh, wrong layer. Wrong layer. Right? Wrong layer. Right layer. Best. Man, I know I've been I was coming into this year a little bit uh, worn out, but I have to say, I feel like every time I come back to animation now, I'm like a little bit more in tune. Or just rather, probably the start of every animation stream, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good today. And then by the end of it, I'll be like, okay, who's this shape? Granted, this is a little bit, this is a little bit goals. This is a little bit goals. I do think I don't draw enough. I do think I do not draw enough. And I did like having 2 drawing streams a week. And if I could ever get back to that point, I will. At the moment, that's not really feasible. At the moment, that is not something I can really do. But if at some point I can do 2 drawing streams a day, I will. This is actually kind of a nice feature. Being able to see which parts underneath were selected so I can erase specifically those parts, that's nice. Okay, and now we do some science. Merge you. Why is my hand shaking like that on the mouse? Okay, we have this, right? Can I merge down? Not seen. I merge that way. Copy, cut, insert, remove, clear, convert, select. Not merge frames down. That feels like a mistake. That feels like something I should be able to. Should have clicked that. I think what I do then. It's oh so close. Okay, we're gonna cut. I don't even know what I did before. Is that not a cut? Okay, we're gonna cut the frames. Now I want to paste and overwrite frames. Nope, that deleted it. I want to paste frames. Nope, that deleted it too. Right. Insert frame. I don't know why that works that way, but here we go. It all works out. That's what I want there. I want those actually right there. I'm a big fan of whatever that little knob on the bottom of your I almost said ankle, your wrist is. I don't know what that thing is called. What do you call that thing? What is that? What is that doohickey called? I have no actual idea. I guess it would just be the wrist, would it not? Would it not just be the wrist? I'm pretty sure. I think it's just called the wrist. Yeah. And as soon as it gets to that terminus at the top, that'll be the keyframe, and then I'll have it clap. So it'll clap, and I'll do it again. Whether I'll redraw it or not, we'll see, but I will do double clap. You'll have to bear in mind with me, I have noticed that today, for some reason, I'm very sniffly, and I do not know why. I have no idea. Nose has been going nuts. Oh god, he's back. Oh god, he's back, and he's screaming at me again. Good night. Sorry, nothing. I'm not distracted. Um, for anybody who doesn't know, by the way, you got like 18 hours. You got 18 Earth hours, wherever you are in the world. Steam is having a sale. I believe it's a, I believe it's a Capcom sale. I think it's a Capcom sale, and if you haven't already, Resident Evil 4, the Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 4 remake are on sale. Go get them if you don't have either. Honestly, honestly, at this point, I would advocate to say if you have neither, or if you only want one, probably the remake. But I highly recommend both. I highly recommend the original. I have yet to play the remake, but everything I've heard about it, it is quite good, and I do want to try it really bad. Were you gonna get in my lap or what? You're just gonna scream at me. You looked like you wanted in my lap. What? 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 There you go. Like I listen, Cat, I've lived with you long enough. I know some of your tells. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rat. For some reason this cat does not like when I draw. I don't know why. It's the thing he dislikes the most. Why are you drawing? Oh no. I thought it would be cool. There, you comfy? A comfy creature? I don't know what my pen was doing there. That was kind of weird. I don't think it was anything bad. It was just being weird. There, he's content. But yeah, the Resident Evil 4 remake is on sale right now, along with a bunch of other Capcom stuff. I thought about grabbing the Dinosaur Horde game, but I just decided I was like, I probably could only get if I'm gonna get anything, it's gonna be Resident Evil 4. Because everything I've heard about the Resident Evil 4 remake, I was like, this is right up my alley. Been very positively received. And I want to maintain I did not grow up with Resident Evil 4. I didn't get Resident Evil 4 until much get as in like get an opportunity to play it until much later. And it has become one of my favorite action games of all time. Which it's one of the best action games of all time, so I can now understand why my friends were obsessed with it. That Shinji Mikami, he knew what he was doing. It does make me wonder if he had any association with the remake, though, because I mean, like, I feel like 4 was his, like, magnum opus. Though I guess if we're going to talk about traditionally magnum opuses, probably God Hand was his magnum opus. Didn't do well either. No. I mean, God Hand is one of the best action games I've ever played, period. So, Mikami, he knows how to make a goofy, fun action game. That said, I do so badly need to play Hi-Fi Rush. I have it. I need to play it. No, I would love it. That said, there's another action. There's another action game that I was looking at recently. I actually got recommended on TikTok. I've been looking at it more. I shouldn't, but I have been. Uh, but somebody like posted a game. I'm guessing that they were working on. I'm guessing this is the developer themselves posting it, which is always nice. Um, but I think it was called uh oh, Death. I have to check it. Then we're gonna go look at the Steam page real fast. Because I am very curious. It looked right up my alley. I'd never heard of it before, and it looked quite fun. I loved the animation. I love the utilization of rhythm elements integrated into it, and I'm curious how it is. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Give me 1 second. It is called Dead is Disco. Dead is Disco. Never heard of this game. Look this up real fast before I forget. Yeah, I've never heard of this before. Dead as Disco. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's not available yet. That's why. But there is a demo. But it looks like a lot of fun. Like it looks right up my alley. Um, the little I know about it, here we'll just I'm gonna the little I know about it, the little I know about it, it is an action rhythm game that is a beat 'em up, and something about it, the way that it is designed, you can sync your own music up to it, and that is a part of the action combat. And I mean, like, it looks very it looks more Batman Asylum, which is fine. I love Batman Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum. But it looks like an action game that is Batman Arkham Asylum, the rhythm game, and then you can also get your own music for it. The devs have allowed you to upload your own music to add to it, which is fun. So, and it just looks stylish, and I like me a fight dance. I like me a fight dance. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I'm definitely gonna check this out. Anybody else out there? I just saw this. I just want to share it. This is something I want to share. I just want to share that I found that. I found a thing, so I shared it. And I guess don't be mad, developer of the game. I haven't played it yet. It looks interesting. I want to try it. I saw that there was a demo. I'll probably pick up the demo, test it out, see if we can do a stream of that sometime, maybe as a one-off. Might do it like with Sham or something between games. That seems right up our alley. And definitely, I want to see if the demo has already some of the modding potential. Because either they're working on or already have added the capacity to add your own music. And the way that I learned about it is it was just somebody playing the game to various, pop songs. And it's quite good. It is quite good. I have my own jams I would like to plug in there. So hell yes. Somebody who likes to think that they have a pretty good palette when it comes to music. I think I got some stuff that I could pop in there that'd be like just good. That might be what I do tonight after stream. I might test that out. Or I'll go grind super bucks, I guess. We'll see. One frame. I'm gonna try something because I don't think I need to change the time. I just need to change the spacing a little. Go. Drop you. Drop you to like more right here. I want there to be a little bit more snappiness, I think. Add up a little bit. Up a little bit. Try that. Yeah, I like that motion better. Maybe one more frame. More frame here, maybe? This is where I might have to. This is where I might need to fnoodle a little bit. Noodle around a little bit. The under one first. Move you up a little bit. There. Place that there. There. Need to figure out where this thumb is going. Sometimes the thumb is just kind of annoying. We need to do something like that, right? And here. Nope, that don't work that way. Probably for the best that it don't work that way. Frankly, I'm not even sure what I was trying to accomplish. Right. Yes. Stop looking at the thing that's distracting me so I could not draw it. Oh, I see what's happened. Boy, that took me a second. I was like, what is that line? Why is that line doing that? It's actually working as intended. I want to rotate you just slightly. Just slightly like that, right? Go. Still don't know why it works that way, but we just gotta put it back. Got some spots anyways. Knobby bit. Knobby bit is the important part of the human arm. There we go. Gotta pay attention to where the green actually overlaps. I definitely feel like I've gotten better at keeping my proportion consistent. It was something I really needed to learn how to do. Boy, that took me a second to do. Big challenge for that for me was especially when things were no longer in the same spot. I think when things moved, when things shifted, I was struggling with that. And finally learning that I needed to draw the proportion I wanted and then reposition it where I needed it, that helped me a bunch. That helped me a ton with figuring that out. Which is how I've gotten much more consistent on my proportions because in reality, I'm not drawing them freehand. I am tracing over them essentially. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nope. Nerp. There we go. This first. This is just something I want to get better at. Is specifically drawing over like that. Draw what's underneath first. You always draw what's underneath first. It just works better that way. That also helps keep a certain level of proportional consistency, is what I've noticed. To draw back to front, draw back to front. Yeah, drawing back to front has helped me a lot with keeping certain things more consistent. Not that it's as much of a necessity, I think. Like, it's not a hard and fast thing that you need to do, I think, as much, but it certainly helps with certain elements of proportioning. I've noticed, anyways. There we go. I think this is about there. I don't need to have that going. This is something you always got to remember is if you have things moving at different speeds or different times, don't forget to stop tweening after a certain point. Otherwise, you're just going to have one part of your animation just seemingly accelerating forever, which is not what you want. Oopie. Not what you want. Not what I want. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, now what I want to do is we want this area, we want this to compress somehow. This, want the fingers. A little bit of, what we want is a little bit of expansion of the palm. I'm gonna try some stuff. We gonna try some stuff. Stuff with my funky hands. And do some like that. Hmm. So I like the way that that hand looks. It still looks a little. That's probably better. Yes, and I want it to. Yeah, I want to move it a slight bit. I want to move it a slight bit. Ah, shit. Okay, okay, okay. We can do this. This layer now, right? want his hand. I want these fingers to straighten up a little bit. Sorry, I'm thinking in my brain. Thinking in my brain. Ooh, okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that works that way. What? Something like that. Raised up a little bit, maybe. Or I need finger that way. I wish. So, is there no way to combine these? Really? It feels so wrong. Modify. Group. I feel like I'm missing a merge down or something. Objects. There. That. Why is there a paste in center? I don't want to paste in center. Uh, Paste in place. Ah, I found it. Finally. That's all I was looking for. Honestly. Find out if that's enough. Hey, Slime! Trying to decide if this is how I want to do that. No, it's best. Doing well. There we go. I don't know why. Animate doesn't seem to like its own eraser. I don't know why. Sometimes it likes it, sometimes it despises its own eraser. That's gonna be way too much motion. Nope. Food works. Slightly move everything up. Fine. Now we draw the rest of the owl. I think that's gonna be the best I'm gonna do for that. There we go. Progress. 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 Like progress. And I think I just need to take this whole thing, right? Just kind of move it. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one. Would have thought a clap was gonna be the hardest part of this fucking thing for me. Yeah, that works for me. Here, I'm gonna draw the rest and then make some decisions. This is how my brain works. I don't know why, but it works this way. Oop. And mainly I'm just trying to do that to keep sizes more proportional. It's very, very nice. It's a neat little thing that I've picked up on as a thing that helps. And oh, hello, ads. I was that warned. It was not weird. Oh, ads have been going for a while now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I apologize. Yeah. I am curious about that game I found. I'm probably gonna check that out later. Doing some writing earlier. I've been actually on a good writing binge recently, which is nice. Because obviously we didn't end up doing Mothership last week, unfortunately, but that's because I was like finally I could sit down and write, and it was like the second time I had written in like 2 weeks, and I was like, this is a lot that I wrote, but not enough, because I need more than this, and unfortunately I did have to be like, I don't have enough, so I think definitely next time I will have plenty, but I just needed one, like, technically it's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but I didn't even get 2 weeks of writing. So E hopefully moving forward that will be more of the case. Granted, I have a little bit extra time, but I'm also like being more consistent about the writing. The real goal I have right now is like to do an hour of writing a day. That's the dream. That's the goal, is to do an hour of writing a day. And then Saturdays be like my big sit down and write, like write a bunch at once days are my Saturdays. So that way, like, I get everything done. Um, and like pull everything together for a session, especially if it's like a session that week. But here's hoping. I mean, like, I definitely needed to. The start of this year was very rocky. I feel like I had a hard time like keeping up with certain things because I felt like a lot of stuff like came up, and I was like handling a bunch of stuff, which was stressful. It's just stressful. But like busy person. I'm just a busy person. It's nobody's fault. I'm just a busy. I'm just a busy baby. I'm just a busy little baby. I'm a business baby. No, never. Yeah, I did move that on accident. I touched that too. Hey, don't look at that. I was wondering what that was. Welcome back from ads, everybody. It also doesn't help that just generally I've really like I've been putting out, not putting out fires. I'm just I don't think that's the right term. I've just been trying to deal with some stuff for a while. I finally got like a little bit. I think I got through the rest of it. I think I'm good. I think I'm good for a while, please. Hopefully until the the next few big shows. I'm hoping I'm just like, I'm good for a while. Please, just let me be good for a while. Don't let anything else pop up, please. I could really use just some vibe. I could really use just some vibe right now from, like, everything. It would be nice. Eh. Connect the lines, connect the lines. Animation is a little bit like connect the dots. I guess tweening is more like connect the dots. Just put the line where it is. Draw the line again. Again and again and again. Again and again. I do find it silly how I was started off being like, I couldn't do this, to, oh my god, I can only do this because I have the ability to not lose all of my mind. Is stuff. What's funny is I never thought of animation as tedious until I started doing it. Part of my apprehension to starting to do it was being like, I can't draw the same thing twice. And it turns out, no, I not only can I draw the same thing twice, it's also incredibly insufferably tedious. It appears that my favorite pieces of medium to work in are some of the most tedious. The animation and stippling, I think, are incredibly tedious. I think a lot of people think line art is tedious. I don't think line art's tedious, but I'm a weirdo who likes drawing line art, so I can't be trusted. And frankly, I wouldn't blame anybody. I'm just, I'm very easily entertained now. I don't find things like tediousness doesn't really bother me. It kind of depends, but I find that I have a pretty strong um fortitude for tediousness. Let me see if I can do this. Hopefully I can do this the way that I have the idea of, but hopefully I only have to draw this once. And I take an animation shortcut. It would be nice to have an animation shortcut. I'm gonna try it, but I have no promises that it's gonna work. Problem. You need to stop drawing that one first. We're gonna do something like that. We're just gonna do something like that. That maybe? Because the goal here is that have it loosen up the hand a little bit. Sharper up. Something like that. We're gonna try something like this. And I need up in there. Connect the dots. Gotta close my lines. Got to close my lines. A lot easier to forget to do, especially when you're looking at stuff like this where it's like kind of a mess. I need everything to physically shift a little. Shit. The hand was too static. At least I think that the hand being more static was messing with me. Sometimes you just gotta nudge stuff until things look right. That's when I've also taken a habit to when it comes to animation, is just kind of like being like, this doesn't seem right. Just shift it. Put it someplace else. The hell? Eh. I need to move something up. Because I think the hands be separated a little bit more. Now I need to do the other arm up a little bit more. This way. I forgot a hand. I forgot a part of the hand. Oopsie. Actually, that's fine leaving it there. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna hold this for slightly longer. I'm gonna like double its frame length. How awkward that is. Stop. Weird. Yuck. Yuck. Why did I have this idea? Why did I have to have this idea right at the end? It's not really the end, but it certainly is near the end. God, I can't. I will not. I was like, I had like, my brain had one extra thought and was like, oh, she should do this. And I was like, no, she shouldn't. I had one more thought to be like, no, she should not. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. She should not do whatever my brain thought would be a good idea. Because doing more would break me. I don't know if it'd break me, but it certainly wouldn't be good. It certainly would not be very good. I should keep on that trajectory, though. I think you need to do 2 more frames and then have it collide again. I gotta remember 6 frame. I draw 6 frames for every second. No, I can do math. I draw 12 frames for every second. So depending on how long I want it to go, the like kind of rest between each clap should be 2 to 3 frames. The action of like collision, and then the actual recoil should be more. Should be like 5 or 6 frames. Doing it. I'm doing my animation math. It's an important part of doing animation is math. Math is actually surprisingly more important to things than I sometimes people think. Forget. That's important. You gotta do it sometimes. Just if you want to be precise. Doing anything that requires you to think about a value. If you do anything that requires you to think about integers, you have to do math. Wait. And unfortunately, a lot of the things we do require integers, no matter what. No matter what, they require integers. Perfect. Try. One more try. I am kind of looking forward to this ending, this animate finishing this animation because I can focus a little bit more on my drawing then. Or if I do an animation, I certainly would be like, okay, maybe not one this long. I don't know. At the very least, whatever my next animation project will be, it'll probably be an animation 1 week, a drawing the next. That is probably what I will do next. But because this and that animation will be one that I'm gonna plan to be a longer term thing, right? Like it's not gonna be something that is like a project that has like a definite end goal or an asset in mind. Whatever my next animation project will be, it'll be just a project. It'll be just something that I'm like, we're gonna work on this today. And then next week, we'll do some drawing. because that's the thing is like if I can't do an animation and a drawing stream in the same week, I need to do an animation and a drawing every other week. And the only reason why I'm not doing that now is because this animation needs to be done first. Like this animation is for something. It is for a project that I started last year for something that my very, very good friend has been waiting for me to finish for quite a while. Now, all I know is that when I finally finish it, I'm going to save it. You'll see why. But that has to happen first. It has to be finished first. And until like something else changes, like that's the kind of workflow I'd like, is like every other week. That way I'm like at least mixing it up. And I'm like working on other things. Or at the very least, like every other week, animation drawing, with the intent for the drawing to always be done that week. Or finished on my own time, but yeah. So I'd like to experiment trying to get some more speed draws finished. I've only posted like a couple, and I want to see how those do. Just do this. Nope. Just want to check something. It's definitely the right idea. That's what I want to go with it. Funny how that worked actually. You to relax. I need you to relax a little. See, I want maybe this to withdraw a little. Bearish? Yeah, this is very, very difficult actually. I'm having to do a lot of processing, I'm having to do a lot of mental calculation and it's not easy. It's not easy. Animation is hard. Why? Why do we have to figure out how to make the funny pictures move? I did talk about trying out that demo. I also would be down to try. I've like I'll admit this, and I've like mentioned this I think before to my friends. I actually have like been really bad about just like media consumption on my own. And I did just pick up Resident Evil 4, and I'm just like maybe I should just fucking play the remake. I'm like I could wait but I'll probably just play it on my own. It's been a while since I've just played a game on my own. Most of the time when I'm playing a game on my own, it's just like heck divers grind some shit. And play some Star Citizen to kill some time slash relax slash chill out. Like I've noticed I have like kind of a list of games that I'm just like I just need to turn off my brain a little. I need to let my brain stew a little bit. But not many of them are just like games I played. Hey, Lemon! Lemon, would you believe? I believe there's another Lemon. You're not the only Lemon I know. Well, the other Lemon I haven't seen in a long time. Unless you're the same person, which I just don't know. I think I've seen both. Hmm. You are, in fact, the same, the other. Oh, you just got to. Got it. Ahoy! Hope you're doing well. I've been busy. There we go. Yeah, and I've just at least like the start of this year. Don't even get me started. The start of this year, I'm not. This is the thing that sucks about the world for me right now is I wouldn't even necessarily say that everything is bad, just not good. I have a lot of good things going right now, actually. Too bad the world's on fire. Yay! But I do hope everything is okay with you, and that's fine. I'm just glad you came and stopped by again. Still working on this piece of shit. She's not a piece of shit. Even if she is kind of me, she's only kind of a piece of shit. And that's just because animation takes a long time, and I'm still learning, so I'm still having my days where I'm just like, bleh. Though I will say I've been making considerable progress, which is very nice. Fucking hell does animation take a long ass time. Fair enough. Well, I'm still glad you were here. This is the funny thing is don't I don't feel too bad. The intent at this point is to be like, hey, this is just a thing I do, and if people join, they can, and I would appreciate that. However, I need to be doing this no matter what. So this keeps me accountable to keep doing a thing rather than worrying about performance. Now, granted, you'd be like, well, that doesn't sound like a very good idea if you want to, grow an audience, and it's like, well, eh. The goal for my audience has been and always will be, I want the audience to be the people who want to just come and hang out for whatever I'm doing, not just people who want to see me do one thing. Now, the people who do want to see me one thing, I'm not saying you can't exist. I'm just saying I'm glad you joined for the one thing you're interested in. I'm more interested in the people who want to hang out for everything that I'm doing. So I appreciate anyone who comes and hangs out for these animation streams. Besides, I have to do it anyways. Otherwise, I look at it this way. Even if I was to do something that was much more like, I don't want to use the word productive. That's not the word I want. Much more conducive. Then I would just not be drawing. And that is just not my goal. I do want to keep drawing no matter what. I can't dedicate as much time to it as I want to. But it doesn't mean that I want to quit outright. And just because this is my thing, I am not doing anything for the performance of it. I'm doing it for the attempt to put myself out there. The only performance that matters, is the performance I give in the moment. The performance of how it results is whatever. Yeah. It's 50-50. It's the problem. It goes both ways, because I certainly want to have the hobby be self-sustaining at some point. So, but also, that's why this isn't the only thing I do. So. Boy, this clap sure is a pain in the ass. Hey, that's good. Yeah, I just have I mean, it says it on the screen, but this is just a lot of the things I find are just like usually playlists, but I also do individual albums. And this is just a playlist on YouTube titled More Video Game Crime Jazz. I think it was originally also called Video Game Music to Do Crime to at one point, so is it not? Is there not a scrolling thing across the top of the screen that says... Is that... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like... I thought it did. I thought it did. But the song, no, it doesn't say the song. It just says that's the name of the playlist, or the not the playlist. This is the name of the hour-long mix that I'm playing. The hour-long mix is titled More Video Game Crime Music. it just so happens that Greenhorn Forest for WarioWare is in there. It's right here. You could see it right. You could see it right here. It's the one. So it is the one, I promise. Look, there's a system. It just doesn't always make sense. Enjoy Minecraft. And hey, that's also one of the reasons why I like doing these I like doing like animation streams and drawing streams. It's like sometimes it's nice to just chill out, just except for the people in the VOD channel. Sorry guys, you don't get music. You don't get music cuz I'm done playing with that bundle of wax. That's what else. Can't say that one. Oh man. Oh, internet. You've still toxined my brain. There are no other kinds of bundles for me to talk about. It's fine. Need to have this remain about the same. Yeah, I don't want the hands to move too much. Maybe like relax some, but I don't want them to be moving too much. Draw her eyes again. Draw her eyes again. Draw her eyes again. What? That. Don't you do that. Not to me. Beep. Line there. I will say though, I am very glad that I picked up animation. I think animation has helped a lot for my general competency. Um, I certainly feel like, and this is something I guess I just didn't understand that I think I do now. When a lot of animators have like mentioned this or discussed this, is like weirdly animation. I don't think it's right to say that animation doesn't require you to be good at drawing, but there's something about animation that your necessity to draw is not as it's not as heavily impacted. There's something about animation that the drawing portion is an important part of it, but it's actually not the focus. Because ideally speaking, the only thing that you need to care about is if motion was translated, not if the drawing good all the time. Mediocre. What's funny is great animation can be done even with mediocre drawings, which is fascinating to me. At least it feels that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm full of shoot. Maybe I'm a crock full of eggs. I don't know. It certainly has gotten me to think about certain things that I didn't before. I think also I've like really started honing in and developing and focusing more on my perspective game. I've been focusing more on. I've just also been utilizing the stream advertisements to practice a lot more like perspective and stuff. I've been doing that a lot recently. To which of all the platforms to be doing well right now, it's like between the weird ones for me is the VOD channel is doing something. I still don't know what. The VOD channel won't make up its mind whether or not it's going to do something, but it is doing something, which I'm like, okay, I guess you have an audience there. That's nice. And then, believe it or not, TikTok? Granted, if TikTok continues doing what it's doing, I'm going to just do what I did with Twitter, which is keep posting to it, but definitely not dedicate to it if it starts turning sour. Though, I've had an interesting experience with TikTok in that I got the impression that TikTok was about to go down the shitter, but then it just seems like it like got even more it didn't get as restricted, but I have no idea. Oh, hydrate man, why you do this to me? Thank you, hydrate man. I should make a hydrate man animation at some point, but that would be hell. I do like that he just kind of glides in on screen though. I do like that. See, this is why I'm like I've always had an interest in animation. Moving a still object from point A to point B is still animation. And moving on still objects from point A to point B is something I've been doing since I was a literal toddler. Well, maybe not a toddler. 8? 7? I might have been as young as 6 or 7 when I started using PowerPoint. So I I just gotta keep doing it. I just gotta keep doing it. You just gotta keep doing it, guys. Animation, you just gotta keep doing it. I am glad that people like Hydrate Man. If you ever want to make fan art, you should make fan art of Hydrate Man. It'll make me happy. And I'm not, want to say this as always. I'm not going to discourage even horny Hydrate Man. I just want you to respect his body. There's a right way to draw him. He's got nothing. You could make him hot as shit. He ain't got nothing there. He's smooth. That's a challenge. I want you to draw something sexy without having to draw the dick. Because it can be done. Just say, I want to preface this. I ain't against a horny hydrate man. You just gotta draw him right. Not against a horny anything, actually. You just gotta draw them right. We won't have to get into details on this, but it's been a while since I've drawn porn, actually. And no, I would not consider everything that I used to draw porn either. It's also just been a while since I've drawn nude art as well. I haven't needed to. No reason. No reason. But really, that I'm glad that I'm I have a much healthier mindset about physique because a lot of my nude art, again, I still maintain to this day. Here is what I will say for the asterisk of a lot of the nude art that I made is a lot of the nude art I made was not explicitly porn. It also wasn't. Also was explicitly exploring some parts of my brain that weren't doing so hot. Um, but I've not really needed to go there in a while. I either have new ways to do that or just have no interest. That said, if I did, I mean, you guys will know I'll post it in places. Not, I've never been. It certainly helped me become more comfortable with my own parts and become more comfortable with interacting and engaging with that. So this is still my whole thing is sexual or not, it was important for me to draw nude art to be comfortable with the human body because I just wasn't. There was just a period that I wasn't. Even my own body, I just wasn't. No. I actually haven't done it in a while. If I want to challenge myself, I might try seeing how I would handle a nude piece now. What I would do different. It's funny. I got the advice from like somebody to like draw it out, and I just had never thought to do that before because a lot of my drawings weren't about anything. Well, they were about stuff, but they weren't like anything like that. I typically didn't like draw what I was feeling. I just drew what I was interested in. Which, believe it or not, was not very many girls, but I drew Master Chief and Samus. My two body types. Why do I hate that that's not 100% false for me? It's not a that's not 100% a false statement. Sorry, I just like suits of power armor. They're hot and cool, which also means hot. What can I say? I like my characters to have big suits of armor and personal problems. Uh-huh. I was actually too young for Doom. Even though I'm old, I am 33 now. I was too young for Doom when um Doom when I ran into it. Like Doom was already old. So I didn't really get exposure to suit person until Metroid first, and then Halo. Halo and Metroid probably play the most influence on my interest in power armor design. They hit me right there. Doom Guy didn't really hit for a Space Marine for me until later. Mm-hmm. I also just didn't know that Doom Guy was like a guy in a suit. Because often, like I would see the artwork, and old Doom Guy is kind of funny because he isn't a Samus, he isn't a Master Chief even. He's just kind of like a guy with a helmet. That's it. He just got a helmet. He doesn't have armor. It doesn't look like armor to me, anyways. Like he has like I think he has like maybe a breastplate and a hat, and that's it. And that's not that doesn't qualify for power armor for me. Power armor is a completely enclosed bodysuit. That is power armor for me. And traditional Doom Guy doesn't wear power armor. He has a t-shirt on. You can see his skin. And there's nothing wrong with that design. That is just my perspective on that. I of course love the 2016 Doom guy design. He's good. And I like a lot of the semi suits in Helldivers where you see they're more like traditional Doom guy. So any kind of mechanized armor can count as power armor, but that's not exactly very sci-fi, isn't it? Depends. But yeah, like if you're gonna talk about the like Spartan armor, Metroid armor, old Doom guy doesn't do that. New Doom guy does. Old Doom guy doesn't. They also depict his fucking roller skates, which I think he should be wearing. Honestly, if nobody does it, I think that if I ever try to just make a for fun boomer shooter, because everyone likes to always talk about how Doom guy is like sprinting on Mach fuck or is on rollerblades, I should just make a movement shooter that your main character wears rollerblades. They just wear rollerblades. I think that would be fucking awesome. And skates around. Why has nobody done that? Closest I could think of actually is probably Roller Drome, but that doesn't count because Roller Drome is more like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with a gun on rollerblade or on roller skates. What I'm describing is something that is a first-person shooter first that feels like you're a guy on rollerblades. You heard the? I have heard the. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard about the rocket wheelchair for Mr. Doom, for Doom person, for Doom homie. There we go. But yeah, that is where I like get a lot of my power suit design inspiration. It's been a while since I've drawn Gunner, which was one of my first written characters in college. I wrote Gunner for a Traveler game, and even though I do agree he has a bad name and I should probably redesign his name was Gunner Dagon because I didn't know how to name anything. So his name was Gunner Dagon, but I always liked his design, and I haven't touched in a long time. I might do a like reassessment of his design because I haven't seen it in a long time. And what's funny is even though I was like I like suits of like full plate, essentially sci-fi full plate is what I enjoy. And Doom guy wearing a t-shirt doesn't really count. I typically find like even if you notice in the Mothership game, like I kind of have some inspiration from like ODST armor and Halo armors with like kind of a mixture, right? Like there's like plating, there's like metal, there is reinforced plating around parts of the suit, but there's also like a lot of soft bits. There's like clearly like under underwear. There's clearly like pants and like softer material underneath. I like kind of like the layering of that. I like it fully enclosed, but I don't like it like to be a hard suit. A hard suit to me would be uncomfortable actually, I feel like a full body hard suit anyways. I like there to be like a sense of flexibility to the like joints and stuff, while like you have like a solid like reinforced arm like arm gauntlets and like shoulder protectors and like a solid chassis for the chest. Oh, I'll take a break for Ads, my bad. My bad. It's not wanting to tell me that ads are happening. I don't know why, but I'm not really paying attention, so it will. You will. So that's typically what I like look for when I design armor though. Is I try to think of like the biggest parts that cover to like be form fitting because I don't also like bulky. I don't like super bulky. I like it to be like slim. I want it to like look like it would be something comfortable to wear. Because I feel like a lot of those like hard suits, like they probably dig in places. You're like, don't put plates there. I don't know. I would think it would be uncomfortable, but I usually am also not. I probably should design more, but you around the like hips and the thighs, but I just don't. To me, what's funny is I could see an argument that thigh plating would be practical. However, it just looks weird. I think it's just a weird place to put armor in general. And I'd have to really think about it. Maybe on the front, I could do like a front thing where you have like a plate over the top of it and it like folds over. That could be something. I haven't really thought about that area that much, except for when I'm thinking about that area. But we don't got to talk about that. And welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. I was not talking about nothing inappropriate. I mean, ODST armor is still probably personally my favorite armor design in anything, and that's because it does that. It has like that mix of like hard plating, of reinforced plated segments, and then like clearly like softer material underneath to that a human would actually wear. At 9 o'clock, still got an hour and a half. So I'm making decent progress. The good thing is if I really buckle down, I think I can get this clap done, and then all that's left is her turning and walking off screen. And I actually think now that I have certain knowledges, the walk is gonna be so fucking easy. The walk is gonna be the easy. Well, maybe clip me here saying that it's gonna be easy, but I think it's gonna be easier than the clap. Not only because I've already done a walk onto screen, but also because of how I can handle it now. At the time when I was doing it then, I was like thinking about her position and then drawing her in the position that I was expecting her to be in. This time, I'm going to be able to draw her previous position and then move her where I need her to be. Unless I did that, I don't remember doing that. I might have done that because the alternative is truly unfathomable. Guys, I started this a year ago. I do not remember how I did certain parts of it actually. God. What's funny is I know the value of squash and stretch, and I think for me, I like it subtly. Like if there's gonna be squash or stretch, it's there for compliment, but not to be like super exaggerated. That's just not what I enjoy. Not to say that there's anything wrong with a lot of squash and stretch. It's all about taste. It's all about what you're going for. Kill him. Dead. Bye. Just just bots. It's just bots. Don't worry about them. Yeah. That right? Move you. Nope. I'm actually going to rotate you slightly. You this way. Had a thought. This needs to move away from the other side for a second. Let's go like that way a little bit. Show that it's like you're getting ready. She's getting ready for another. She's getting ready for another. She getting ready for another one. She winding up for another one. What if I idea? The idea is that this is coming a little bit back. I want it to get a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's what I was wanting. I'm gonna probably do one more. That. There we go. There we go. Boy, if I don't know how to draw Canary after this, I don't think I'll ever learn how to draw her. You know, at this point, if I can't draw her with my eyes closed, I'm never gonna learn how to draw her correctly. I've drawn her a lot. She's a character that I've probably drawn more than any character now, simply because I decided to fucking animate her. Hey, I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at me for deciding to do that. I'm not even mad at me. I like doing it. I'm just mad. Made me puke. My whole fucking shit just moved. And I was like, ah. Nothing broke. Nothing broke. We good. Jesus Christ. There we go. You there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. I had a birthday. I had two birthdays before this was done. I'm a little mad about that. No, it's fine. Such is, such is the effort. Such is the thing that I am doing. It took me 2 years because I could only work on it once a week, at best. And I took on other projects, foolishly. I'll put it this way: whatever we do next for tabletop, somebody else can run a game. I'm gonna chill on running a game for a while. I think if I can finish one game, I'm gonna chill on running a game for a while. Definitely not gonna be in any hurry to run another game. This is what we call taking on too many things. Because again, if I just had to do just the mothership game, if I just had to do just the animation, I don't think I would be so like, oh, I gotta get it done, I gotta get it done. Now that I know, I'm just like, okay, one specifically like large project. One massive project at a time. I can't do more than one at the same time. Which is good because I have this is the thing is like I have things I can do. I could do smaller animation projects too in the future. Like certainly something that's not going to be this long. Effectively every single time I've added a new action to this would have been like one finished animation. Like that would have been done because this is 20 seconds. This is 25 seconds in a drawing and it's still like ugh. I definitely need to do some work in this area. I think it's but it's getting there. Funny is I think I need to move like just this entire Good night, slime. Take it easy. We're just doing what we're doing here, and yes, I do think I needed to do that. Needed more motion in my motion. I needed more motion in my motion. Would have thought. Fixed. Yep, that's what it was. I needed to physically move the hand. It it certainly helps. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's getting there. Sometimes you just gotta take what you're working on and be like, go there, and then it'll go, fine, I'll go here, and you go, finally, that's what I was wanting you to do the whole time. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at dealing with artifacts too. I feel like artifacts was something I was very bad about, especially like because again, a lot of my expertise really comes from uh illustration and like sketching and stuff. So like I really want to be like super sketchy about things. And this I have to be actually like, oh, I gotta clean things. Oh, when I make a line, the line gotta go there. Line can't just be you can't just keep doing it until the line is right. You actually have to do the line where you want it. That is something that took me a long time to learn, and that's coming from me who really liked doing contour line art and really liked doing line art. Like something about I had to stew a little bit longer to like really get it, I guess. No. It does make me wonder though, with physical animation, with a physical medium, they had to, right? They had to have just been like brought over again or something. Like how would you make this adjustment? Like I'm sure you could. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying like, obviously we've been we were able to animate on physical medium. Like there's a way to do it. I can't imagine. Hey, that's that stretch. That's that squash and stretch though. This right here is the squash and stretch that I employ. Like ever so slightly make things a little bit tighter. A little bit farther away. Huh. No, that's not what I want. You want it. I like this way. Wait, that was the thumb. One. Uh, Time to fix it. A little bit bigger. Gotta do what works. Gotta do what works. Try that. Try this. Goal. Get a finger in there. Goal is to get one finger a little bit bigger in there. There, that's something. I like that actually. That's better. That's at least a better hand. I like that hand better. Get some exaggeration in there. Thicken up some of these lines. Drawing over my lines is just something I've gotten better about. I used to be very bad about it, I feel like. I would like do one line, I'd be like, that's good enough. Never good enough. Nah, it's too late for that. It was like, I'll have something subtle. I was like, nope, you can't really have that. Not based on what I'm doing. I was like, maybe I'll have her eye move like slightly, but it's like, no, that's too much. Can't do that. Not for one frame. It'll look like nothing. You either won't see it or it'll look bad. Neither of which I want. I'd have to go through and redraw her eyes, and don't want to do. Not right now. Later problem. Which is a great is a great mindset to have when you're animating. It's a later problem. Which means it'll probably be cut in the budget. It'll probably be cut in post production, which is fine. I couldn't do it in the moment. It sure as hell wasn't going to make it into the final product. Damn, it's already 10 o'clock. Dang, it's already 10 o'clock. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock. There we go. Front of the line. I mean, flip side, if it sounds like, man, it sounds like you don't want to do more animation. It's kind of like, yeah, I kind of get why. It takes a really, 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 really long time. And if I'm going to do an animation, I want it. This is the thing. I don't. There was a time in an era in internet where you could do only animation. And whilst I don't think that's quite a thing anymore, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that when it was a thing. Uh, I need variety. I need to be able to do multiple things, or not multiple, but I need to be able to do different things. So if I finish this animation and then take a break from animation for a while, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop drawing. I'm just not going to do animation for a while. I did animation. I've done animation for 2 years now. Like I want to kind of hone in on something that works more consistently. For like being able to produce like finish production. Um, Animation is a labor. It's like the kind of thing that I'm like, if I do another animation, it's either going to be really short, or if it's a full-fledged project, it's the thing that I'm doing. So certainly speaking, I'm not going to quit animation. I'm not going to stop animating. I just think that in the future, animation projects are going to be way shorter. I would say like expect more like 3 or 4 second animations until I consistently make those. Be able to bump up to longer like animation sequences. So imagine honestly like a lot of like hypothetical 2D animation is what I'm probably going to do for a long time. Is hypothetical like game animations. Um, and then like if I want to take on like a really really big project with an animation focus, then hopefully I will just be like, nope, nope, no other projects, no other big projects, please. I can't. And I also think that a lot of that was brought due to a little bit of a combination of hubris and of trying to ride like that creative wave I had been hitting for the last 3 years. And that creative wave kind of finally crashed. It just kind of crashed for me. Between this and the Mothership game and a lot of stuff that happened last year, like I couldn't keep up with it. I finally had the wave break on me because I was taking too many things, getting involved with too many other people and stuff like that. So I do have to like kind of find some of my time back because I just don't have the combination of the time to dedicate to this as heavily as I also do have time to dedicate to the people in my life that I care about. So it's all sorts. It sure is all sorts. But just so we have this right here, right? What if I do this? I'm going to just boop, and then I need to take the whole thing. Not the whole thing, but I need to take the hands. That's fine. Not enough. That looks silly. I'm gonna finish it. But does this work? I also think I make this hand just like a little bit bigger. Just make this ever so slightly bigger. I've definitely almost got it. I do need to shrink this just like a tad. Pinky. That's the pinky. Yeah, beans. Yeah, beans. Trying to get the size of it right. Try that. I know. Could have thought. When in doubt, take it. Take the ball. Rotate. I swear, if this like fixes so much, I'm gonna be. Stop it. Fixed it. I don't know why I was doing that. I was like, stop it! You just drive me and everybody crazy. All the. Oh wait, you guys. You draw me crazy. Hey, we're doing some animation. Welcome. Still working on that animation. Do a clap. And then she's gonna walk away. Yep, that's not what I meant to do. Making an animation for something for the channel, and then I'll never, ever, 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 ever do this again. Well, not never. Probably not never, but certainly not for a long time. It's gonna get redeemed once, and then hopefully I ever see it again. If somebody was to genuinely get it again, I'd be ecstatic. Silos, you better be thinking about what you're gonna get. It's getting close. I'm just saying, it's getting close. Okay, yeah, that's what I needed. I needed to rotate that. It's always the rotate. Why is it always the rotation? It's always the rotation that fixes stuff for me. I will say this clap is being much more stubborn than I was anticipating it to be. See, I got the timing about down. I moved it right. I need to reposition the rotation on it, I think. I learn the error of my ways. There. Something like that. Like that. Made the arm grow. More like that? I think more like that will probably help. Yeah, that helped. Yeah. And this is holding too much still. I think what I need to do that we get here, right? Just start moving this. I have some ideas. I have ideas. I have ideas if it will. It's like, when did that happen? I'll probably spend the rest of the time polishing this and then call it. I want you. Times you just gotta try stuff. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff until it works. Yeah, that's better. Hey, it actually looks like a clap now. Like it looks like somebody who's clapping their hands now. That's good. I'm very happy with how that turned out actually. That was such a fucking pain. Oh, oh, the pain. Never, ever, 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 ever envy anyone for ever having to animate clapping ever again. Jesus. That open. Just need to smooth that over for a second. All right, I do think, based on how this is going, I do think I'll actually get the clap done. Thank God. I was worried. I was like, am I gonna get the clap finished tonight? I don't know. I don't know. I got it. I did get it. All right. Truth. Now I just gotta fucking seal the deal. Now I just gotta seal the deal. Oh, there's ads. I'm so sorry. I got focused. I got focused yet again. I make this mistake every single time. Good. I think I froze my phone. Oh, good. I just wanted to check some. Okay. We're gonna do that. That should help fix the problem. That should help fix the problem. I'm glad that people. This is also the weird thing is like what's doing well. It's just like people like drawings. I guess I just didn't know. I didn't know people have been enjoying the silly drawings I make. I guess. Ow, ow! I have no idea. Of all the places. I mean, if I made a similar post on Insta, I bet it'd be good, but it's just dead to me. Fuck that place. It's what's certainly not alive to me anymore. That's for damn sure. Welcome back from ads, everybody. I'm gonna try. Ooh, 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 wrong tab. Ooh, wrong window. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Oh, not more hydrate, man. Hey ho, more hydrate, man. I appreciate you taking care of me, but do you want me to finish this or not? Time spent drinking water is time I could have been spending drawing. Uh-huh. Thank you. I get. No, I do. Here's what we gotta do. Now I take it. It's going to have it go a little bit like this. And immediately. Then immediately. Then immediately. Gotcha. For your shower? That would probably be done by that time, but I appreciate you, Silos. I appreciate everybody who comes and joins for the for the any of my illustration streams because again, like I like kind of the Bob Rossi vibe that I try to go for anyways, even though I know I'm a little bit more I do say fuck a little bit more than Bob does. Uh say it with love and care. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, yeah. That's so much. Look at that. Look at that. Using all my actual drawing skills. Using all of my drawing skills correctly. Okay, it's Control Shift V. Aha. That's very nice. That looks better. Looks cleaner. Looks like it's in the right fucking spot. Now dry over. And if you're wondering, why does she not blink? Because if I don't forget in post-production, I add it in later. After the line art is done, I'll add blinks. I'll add blinks after the line art is after the full motion is done. I'll add blinks, color, and done. That's the pipeline. I'd probably do one more frame. Oh, that I will say that clap was another spike. It was another spike in this animation for like a really tough part. do it for you. Do it for you. I do it for me. Do it for we. Remember, everybody, do it for we. Do it for the royal we. You know, I know that phrase, and I don't actually know what the hell it is. Like, I don't know why people say it. I don't know what makes something the royal pronoun. I have no idea. What does the crown have to do with the word we? Yeah, this was the right choice though. I'm glad I there's a couple of things that I'm definitely going to take to heart in the future for when it comes to animation. Is like sometimes you just have to be willing to draw it and then fudge it around until it actually looks like it's in the right spot. Like I didn't consider that. Like the hand drawing was fine. The positioning was just wrong. The drawing was fine. The placement was bad. And honestly, being able to just fiddle with it until it sat in a better spot, that saved me so much time than having to erase it and redraw it. So there, that's a really good pro tip. Before you erase anything, sometimes you just gotta wang jangle it around until it fits into the spot that you actually want it to go. That's probably a pretty solid piece of advice. If I could give advice, I wouldn't say I could, but I could give advice. Actually, I probably ended after this frame. I thought this frame was gonna go faster. Another day, animation done. Yes. So next time I need to check my schedule. I might not be doing animation tomorrow because oh boy, might be going on a trip. We'll see. I still am not 100% sure whether or not we will be, or if I will be, I should be clarifying. But I at least dedicated enough to say I am interested. So when that comes closer, I'll reveal where I will be. But for now, you'll have to wait till next time to see that. To see and hear about that news. Put that there. Check this all the way to the beginning. This on. Frame this correctly. There we have it, folks. That's progress for the day. Oh, this is progress for the day, I think. My hands have had about all they could handle. Yeah. Yep. It works. It works. As soon as there's sound, I think it'll be more obvious. I think it's gonna have to work. It's what I got. This is what I got. It's what I got. Like I might fiddle with it more next time, but clapping is hard. But hey, sometimes you do just gotta fiddle with it until it works. It kind of being like wonky works better for me actually. Like I think it being like a weird clap, like maybe I could definitely go for some polish on it, but it being kind of a weird clap, I don't mind that. All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Before we do, let me fix my stuff. Before we go, I gotta do one more thing. Ugh. I need new speakers. I kind of have destroyed my speakers with time, I think. Not mean to. All right. But before we go, at the end of every stream, I gotta open up Paint. I'm gonna draw one more picture, and you guys are gonna help me draw it in chat. What do I mean by that? I gotta make a reference. The way we do that is if you want to participate, all you gotta do is type in chat like a word or subject, and then I'll use whatever chat says as a reference, and then I gotta draw it in MS Paint, and then I'll share it before we raid out. And because this was one of my drawing days, I have to use my mouse. I have to use my mouse to do it, which is not great. So, realistic hands. Panicking, drawing. Panic is such a word. Panicking is such a weird word. I believe you have to add a K to it. Panicking, drawing, realistic hand. Panicking, having realistic hands. And oh yeah, was this the one? Yes. I want to try out this brush. I remember liking this brush a little bit more than the crayon. I don't know. I've kind of gotten over the crayon. The crayon is fine, but I actually think it just kind of looks bad now. I just don't like the way it looks. Which is a shame. I love the idea of drawing with a crayon, but it don't look that good. And it don't make good lines and shit. It kind of ass. It kind of ass. Actually, it kind of ass. Yep, these are realistic hands. I did it. Drawing with mouse is really difficult. So the fact that I drew anything is stupid. So if you want to see that picture, stick around to the very end. I also do a bit of a closing bit. We do raid at the end of every stream, so that way the vampires on our chat can always keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows. It's almost lunchtime for vampires. And thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to all the socials and a Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to, and just generally come hang out with the rest of the community there. Good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure also hashtag with MCCanary. Or link it back to the streams so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. Did I say I'm going to go back and see if I even said this all right. And of course, if you want to see the stream grow, you got to let people know. I appreciate that you guys have been talking about the stream, and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out, and it's just super rad that you guys have been willing to do that. I don't actually do any other kind of advertising other than posting when I go live, and I don't pay for any advertising. So the only way that people are really learning about the stream is if they wind up seeing one of those random posts that I make, and if you guys tell them about the stream. So if you're enjoying this and it made you like think of somebody, or if you know somebody who might like this, you should tell them about it, because I won't. I can't. And as always, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon, Coffee, and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream as well as take on more projects, and the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you, so we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as some other benefits you can get, you can always subscribe directly on Twitch or check out the Patreon and Coffee here. That'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. I am working on trying to expand it. I've just also not... my time is eroded. My time is a mess right now, so hopefully I can get commissions updated on there someday. Thank you, Drew Mods. You do a wonderful job holding back the bottom of your becoming famous. Thank you for joining, everybody. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Be able to join the live show. Thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatch the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to all the socials and the Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to. And just generally, you come hang out. Wow. What was my... okay, now it shows I was really on autopilot. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. It's time for me to be fucking done. Oh, God. Ugh. My sinuses are also getting messed up. But check out everybody in Goblin Entertainment here. That link tree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've been up to. And you can find everything that I have been working on here as well. That link tree has my link tree has everything that I post to. I highly recommend checking out the pod channel. For some reason, it's doing something, and I guess the Instagram, not the TikTok. I don't know. It's doing something. So I post to all of those different places. The VOD channel. If you joined late on this and want to see what I got, what I was doing earlier on in the stream, you'll find it there. Hopefully tomorrow. Otherwise. The rest of the week, tomorrow, I'll be doing, hopefully, something with James and Aqua. Probably some Star Citizen. Friday, I'll be doing, hopefully I'll be doing, something else. Hopefully I'll be doing something else Friday with Sean and Jackson. We'll finish, Gone Home. Then Saturday... Hell or high water, I think I have to run a game. I said I would. Heck or high water, I'd do it. Uh, and then we'll be back around on Monday for more I Was a Teenage Exile Columnist with Sean. So, if any of that sounds interesting to you, definitely feel free to follow and keep up. Otherwise, check everybody else out in Goblin Entertainment and stick around. We'll go say hi to Agni. They're playing Overwatch. Sean actually said he might try Overwatch again, and I'm like, okay. If you wanna. I don't know. I'm indifferent. Hey, they brought back Six Stack, so I might try it if Six Stack is back, because I definitely did not like solo tank. So, everybody stick around and go say hi to Agni. Otherwise, have yourselves a good evening. Take it easy, and remember... Hands? 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 Hands take a lot of work. Hands can be hard. Hands can be pretty difficult. Clapping is difficult.